Welcome to the 22 by 50 Gable virtual barn tour. This particular gable, as you can see here, we've got the 3D model open, and we're just going to kind of navigate through these tabs. This 3D model will be available to download with your plans, but you will have to download Trimble SketchUp to view it. And take measurements or whatever. You can use these tools like the tape measure tool. You can measure anything on this project. You can measure the length of this beam, the height of this clearance here. You can see that's 10 foot 6.5 inches, and be able to do all that stuff, manipulate the frame, move things around if you want to. But you'll have to. It's a free program, and I'll give you a link to that in the members area or in the download email. So, but anyway, let's proceed with this tour of this this barn, and we'll start with the bent frame. You can see this is a 2D view, and it's basically a section cut. You can see how the frame looks and piers underneath it, stairs over here. How the girts attach, different things, different details. Here's the front elevation, the front elevation of the outside of the barn. You can see how the door attaches, and there's a loft door here and a little double swing door right here, or it could be a slider, either way. It's up to you. Loft level framing. Basically, it gives you a top view of the barn and shows you where the floor joists are installed. You can see that it's a partial. This is a partial loft where you've got 20 feet here of open space, 22 feet this way by 20 feet this way. But you could go full loft, or you could go. You can eliminate this section of loft material and do a 22 by 30, loft. Pretty much any configuration you want to do. These are bays in between the vents, and the spacing between these vents is 10 feet. So you got 10 foot on center, 10 foot on center, or 10 foot outside to center, 10 foot on center, and that's indicated in the 2D PDF file of your plans as well. Okay. Side frame elevation just shows the top plate beam and how it's connected. Let me give you a 3D view of that. View of this, so you can see it. You see how this connection is made right here. You've got a 6-hole strap plate that is attached to this post, okay? And then there's a 6x8 beam on either side. There's another strap plate on the other side, and bolts go through these holes, through the beam and through the strap plate on the other side, with a nut on the other side of that. So, and then these 4x4s are knee braces are just screwed in place with the GRK timber screws. And same thing with these T-plates. There's one on either side, one on both sides of this joint. There's a bolt that goes all the way through, and that's a 1/2 inch by 7.5 inch bolt. And then a nut on the other side, so it goes through the plate, beam, plate, and then nut. Okay? So, bent one. Let's go to see bent one. Bent one just basically shows you the first bent of the barn, and the only thing different about this bent that's not the same with the other bents, and I'll show you the bent 2 through 5, is that these posts are there. They can either be door posts, or they can carry your girts, your 2x6 girts. Okay, same with these posts here. And you can see bent 2 through 5, those posts are gone. Only difference. Vent 6 on this particular barn didn't have a large back door, so this is the last vent. But it did have a single entry door right here. So there was one post to frame that up, and it also did not have a door here. But you may need an additional post in here, which is not indicated on the plans, but it can be added. It doesn't need to be fully supported, so because it's not a load-bearing post. The load of this barn is bearing on this post, and this post. This just kind of shows the side elevation. This will be the high side of the barn, and the other side would be the low side of the barn. And let's take a look at the plans, the PDF plans itself, and see what it does there. Okay, so this is what your plans will look like. This will be the first page. You can see there's 11 pages altogether. This has your an isometric view of the outside of the barn, and it has load data and different information instructions on the side here. Next page has elevation drawings of the different sides of the building. Next page has isometric views of the frame. Page 4 has section view with different things noted, locations of your joinery and how to attach that. A little bit of a sample drawing of what a concrete pier would look like, and a couple of measurements there. Here is your post layout grid, and this has a lot of information on it actually. You can see here it's got every vent indicated, vents 1 through 6. So you can see that vent number 1 has those 2 posts that we saw a few minutes ago, and then for the door. And then vent number 2 doesn't have those extra 2 door posts. This is the interior of the building, and this is all open in here, by the way. All of this is open space, so these posts will be this is all open to the inside is what I'm saying. There's no wall in between here, although you could build a wall there. That's not included on the plans. So if you need to build a wall, you'll have to consider the extra material for that and calculate that in with your materials list. But so there's no wall here. And what else? Indicates the size of the recommended size of the concrete footings, and of course post spacing. Notice that these concrete footings go on the outside of the actual building. I don't know if I can zoom this in or not here. Let's see if we can zoom this in. Notice here, I think this is pretty important to note. On the outside of the post is our layer of 2x6 girts indicated, and then our 1x10 board siding, and then there's actually another layer of siding on the outside that's 1x3s that covers the gaps. And it's important to consider that when you're installing your foundation, so that so that you're aware of where the posts are located in relation to the rest of the structure. When we do an overall drawing of measurements, we go outside of post to outside of post. So that does not include the 2x6 girt. So if you want to have foundation underneath that girt, you're going to have to make the whole building 4 inches wider and 4 inches longer on your concrete pad. I would recommend that, just because it makes it a lot easier. So, for example, this barn is 34 feet wide by 50 feet long. So when you pour your concrete pad, you're going to want to go 34 foot 4 inches to go on the outside, so that you're you can cover these girts. And then 50 foot 4 inches long, 34 foot 4 inches wide, 50 foot 4 inches long. That way you have concrete underneath these girts. Now the siding, you can let that hang down past the concrete a little bit, and that works good to kind of shed the water away from the foundation. Okay, so page number 6, you can see kind of indicates the loft joists and how they're spaced. Stairs. Page 7 has a roof framing plan, so it just basically shows the 3x6 purlins and that they're spaced 24 inches on center, the orientation of the vents, and the different lines of the barn. So, and then page 8 has detailed drawing for vent number 1 with measurement, so you know where, how everything's spaced and how long the timbers are and that type of thing. How to assemble how everything goes together. What size the timbers, they're all indicated by labels. Okay, page 9, same thing for vents 2 through 6, and then page 10 has top frame detail where which you saw in the other in the 3D model, where we had a 6-hole strap plate bolting this beam to the posts, and then those knee braces that were held in place by rigid structural screws. And that's on page 10. Page 11 just has a drawing of the T-bracket. So that is all of our everything that's in the plans. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want to download these plans, just fill out the form, and you can download those for the price indicated on the order form. And I wish you the best of luck with your project. And again, if you have any questions, give us an email, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.